plant community, thanks for tuning into this channel. If you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Pam, and today I have a very big plant overhaul that I want to share with you. But before I get into showing you guys the new plants that I acquired, seriously you guys, I went a little bit overboard, so if you want to pause this video by all means and get yourself a snack, maybe something to drink on, go ahead and do so. But let's just get right into it. Also, too, before I start showing you guys these plants, because as we start going through the numbers, y'all might just be like, okay, this girl has been on a serious kick. But two reasons that I brought as many plants as I did this time. One is, well, this month is my birthday month, and I wanted to treat myself to a few plants that I've been eyeing, having an eye on for some time. And also, too, I went ahead and brought the plants in the month of September because since my birthday is in October, I know the weather is a little bit iffy, and I know that when you order plants online, that's when you have like the heating pack thing become involved, and that process itself can become very pricey. So I kind of wanted to jump in front of all of that to kind of save me as much money as possible. Also, I'm going to try, can't guarantee you guys, but I plan on not buying any more plants until spring. I'm a little scared. I don't know if I'll be able to accommodate that, but I will. So I'm going to start with this beauty right here. Now this plant, I do know I did not get online. It was either Lowe's or Home Depot when I was in there. But this beautiful Rex Begonia, you guys. Now y'all already, if you've been watching me for some time, you've already seen the other Rex Begonia variety that I have. And I'm not sure if that's a Freda one, I'm not sure, but it's been doing very well under my care. I've had it for almost 2 years, and it's very beautiful, full and lush. And my goal, I'm hoping that I will be able to do the same with this one. I do know that some begonias are a little bit more finicky than others. I haven't had much success with the cane begonias, but for so far I've had good success with my Rex. So I want to try my hand in it again. But look at this, you guys. It's beautiful. It has that beautiful red back, as begonias is beautiful, known to have, as well as this pink going through. And it has almost like a light blue, purplish hue to it. And it pairs very well with this pot. I'm so glad I planted it in here. But I love it. And I think I probably paid, it was like $5, $4.98 or $5.98. It was either $5 or $6, and you just can't beat that price. My next one, you guys, is a small specimen, but I'm glad nonetheless to have it in my collection, and which is fine because a large specimen of this could be very pricey. And that's this is my Hoya Coreana Black Splash, I think, and it's pretty small and dainty. But I do believe that I'll be able to have this grow out to be a very beautiful specimen. I'm not quite sure if the camera is picking up, but if you can see, it almost has like this purple like hue to it with the beautiful white specks that's in the leaves. And I just love the shape of this particular Hoya. I'm starting to really love those small dainty leaves. Very beautiful. I brought it as a plug. I can't even remember how much I spent for it, but it was kind of pricey for me for a plug. I want to say I may have spent 20 bucks for this. But if you see a full planter of this, you're talking about a good probably $100, maybe $150 easily. So, I'm just glad that I have this, and hopefully I can grow it out, and my enjoyment will actually be to watch this grow into a full specimen. Now, speaking of another specimen, you guys, I had to get this. I love my Scindapsus, and I've been looking for one of these for quite some time, and I'm very happy that I now have one in my collection. And this is the Scindapsus trubii, the dark form. It's an immature version, but it's still beautiful, you guys. Look, the green hue of the leaves. It really does stand true to its name, dark form. It's already come trailing. And, you know, I'm thinking about actually, I'm just going to leave it as is for now. I'm not even going to change this one out of its planter because I don't want anything to go wrong with this plant. So I'm going to leave it in the way that it is and probably just try to focus on maintaining the health of the plant, especially as we enter the dormancy period. And then maybe come the next growing season, seeing if I can go ahead and maybe try to propagate or create a fuller plant. I mean, traditionally I probably could now, but look at that, you guys. I can't wait for the leaves to get a little bit bigger, and yeah, I can really appreciate it for what it is. So I'm so happy I have this in my collection. Now, speaking of overjoy of having a plant in your collection, I have another Hoya, you guys, that I've been wanting. It's been on my radar for some time. I'm glad I was able to get it, and it's my Hoya Calista Folia. And if y'all know me and my Hoyas, I love the ones with the veination. They really speak strong to me. But look at this, you guys. Oh my gosh. It's just, you just want to eat it up. I love it so much. This plant is absolutely gorgeous. And, you know, sometimes another thing too, when I buy plants online, sometimes photographs really do not do the plant justice, and I thought the specimen that I was going to get was not quite as full as this, but I can't deny it for the price range that I paid for this for. And how much was this? Goodness. I think $55. Now we'll talk about that a little later. $55, a little price. It's in my price range of what I'm willing to pay for a plant. There's a certain price range, you guys, that I just don't go past. But anyway, just look at it. That X-ray veining. And I mean, it has 2 stems already coming out. I just know that this is going to be a killer. And I can't wait to put it on a trellis because I just know it's going to just look very beautiful, very stunning. And it's like a lighter version of my Hoya Philodendron. I'm just so excited that I have this in my collection. I can't wait to fully grow it out for the plant to see how well it will be. Actually, stumbling over my words, I apologize. Okay, this next plant, you guys, is a Syngonium, the confetti one. I've never seen one in person, you guys, and I happened to get this from a nursery that's in Spokane, Washington, which, by the way, they do have beautiful variety of plants, healthy plants. I've been ordering plants from this place for quite some time now and never really had any type of problems or anything. But it's the milk confetti, and I'm getting into Syngonium slowly but surely. Like I said, I've never had the luck to actually see one of these in person. But when I saw that it was a specimen available and within my price range, I had to have gotten this. I had to get it. Very beautiful plant. I'm so glad I have it in my collection. This leaf has been trying to unfurl for quite some time though, so it's just starting to try to unfurl, but I just can't wait to see what I can do with this plant, and I'm just hoping that I'll be able to keep this plant alive. Another plant, you guys, that I've gotten, and this particular plant that I'm about to show you, I've been on the fence about getting it, and maybe because I'm just a little crazy, I'm not sure, a little bit skeptical of getting it just because of the name itself, but the plant itself, it is gorgeous. I've had my eye on it. I've never gotten a chance to actually see a specimen of it in person. But once again, this was another opportunity that I could not resist. And that is, let's see, this one. This is the Variegated Devil's Backbone. I did not, guys, I did not pay a lot of money for this plant. And it was a photo online that literally had showed me like 2 or maybe 3 stems. So imagine the surprise I got when I unwrapped this thing. I mean, it really did not do its justice, but look at it. It is so beautiful. But the funky part that I really do like, of course, I think that's why it has its name, the Devil Backbone. Probably because of, you really can't see it yet, but when it starts maturing, the stem itself will be in a zigzag pattern. And I love the variegation on here. Very beautiful, very stunning. And I put it in this pot, which I do believe, I think I paired it well. I really do. Like I said, the majority of the decisions I make with my planters, I just go with a feeling. And from looking at it, you guys, the feeling is saying, good. So, I don't know. Y'all let me know if y'all have this plant in your collection. I have another small specimen here. And this is also a Hoya that I had to get. And this is the... I'm going to apologize ahead of time before I even butcher the name, because I don't know how to pronounce it as, I guess correctly as I want. It's Hoya Numu Oidis. I'm going to put the name on the screen, you guys, because that's all I got to give when it comes to this particular word of this Hoya. But nonetheless, I've been eyeing this for some time, and I got a nice small specimen, which is fine because I love the fun part about being a plant parent is just being able to grow your plants out and knowing that you had a part in their health process, their growth. But the leaves is very like hard, but what gets me, you guys, especially if you don't have this plant, oh my goodness, it's just so soothing to feel. I could just rub on these leaves. It's fuzzy on the top and the back. The top and the bottom of the leaves is so fuzzy. It's like I said, I'm getting into these little small, little dainty looking leaf-shaped Hoyas. It's just so beautiful. I just love the way it looks. It's a stunning specimen. I'm so glad I finally was able to afford one in my collection. This is, actually, I'm going to show y'all both of them. It's the same plant, but I brought 2 because I want to initially combine it and make it a fuller pot. And this is a Spathiphyllum Silver Streak. Guys, I have a habit of leaving these sticks in here for some time until I actually repot them. I don't know why. But guys, look at that. This peace lily, Silver Streak, is so beautiful. And that strikingness really gets to me. And I just know that combining it, and it was only this specimen was like $10 or something, so I had to buy 2 because I really wanted to combine it and make it a full plant. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. And peace lilies, I don't know if a lot of people like peace lilies or not. I do have the original one that's kind of one of my OG plants. It's small and compact. Like, I like it because I haven't really been giving it a lot of light. And it's okay. It has given me a lot of growth as far as leaves, and it never complains. It communicates very well when it needs a drink. And as long as I keep an eye on when it needs some water and make sure I'm giving it adequate lighting, it's not too fussy on how much light it needs. Very easygoing plant. I just had to get this one to add to my collection. I have several other Spathiphyllum types in my home, and I'm just glad that I could add this one to the collection. Now, I'm about to show you guys what I would call, I guess, my duplicate plants. When you start having a large plant collection, such as myself, one thing I try my best not to do is I don't want to buy replicas of a plant, especially if they're easy to propagate. But every once in a while, I may come across a plant that's just so full, so beautiful, so lush, or whatever the case may be, till I say, you know what, let me just bite the bullet and go ahead and get this plant. Anyway, it pulls at my heartstrings, and for some reason, I can't leave it behind. So this is what the next couple of plants that I'm about to show you will be, because I already do have them in my collection, but I had to get another specimen of it. So without further ado, you guys, one of them is definitely my Manji Pothos. I had to get another one of these, you guys, because the one that I have, I ordered that one online and the specimen was small. But I believe I was actually in Lowe's one day or Home Depot. I'm not sure. I was looking for some more potting soil, and I happened to just take a look at the plants. Because like I said, my big box stores is like a whole lot of missing when it comes to hit and miss. But anyway, I happened to look up on this specimen, and I was like, what? I've never seen one inside a big box store ever. So imagine my surprise when I saw this beauty. I mean, it's gorgeous, you know, and it was $6.98, you guys. So of course I had to get it. Now I do notice most of these plants that I did acquire, you guys, was almost like in the very beginning of September, I want to say. So, and this was too. So what I have noticed is the white, where I have it at in my home, the white part is starting to turn a little black. And I know that the reason why it's doing that is because currently where I have it sitting at, it's getting light, but probably not as bright of light that this plant should really be getting to thrive like it should. So, which is okay, because I'm about to fix that with a grow light that I have. And I do plan on putting it in an area where I have this plant. And I can't wait for it to actually start trailing, and I just love the color and the shape of the leaves. On camera, you guys, from what I can see, it almost like gives it a yellow hue, from what I can see here. But, you know, if you've seen Manjulas, you know they really are very beautiful in that white, creamy color that it's known for. I'm glad that I have another one. Now, another one that a replica plant that I had to get, it's calling my name. And this is my, what is this plant? I do it all the time, you guys. Oh, this. Oh my gosh. My Monstera Sonya. Goodness. I always get a brain freeze when I talk to you guys. I don't know why. It's not like I'm nervous or anything. It's just like it comes in and it completely goes out the window. But anyway, sorry about the shaking. The reason why I got this plant, even though I do have a nice, beautiful, healthy growing one that's right here, one of the things that I noticed that really drew me to this particular plant is the fenestrations on here is slightly different. So the leaves are a little bit more elongated, and the fenestrations are, I don't know, it's the fenestrations on this one versus the one that I have actually growing, it's like slightly different. And these leaves are a little bit thicker than these leaves is thinner. So I don't know, is it tissue culture versus actual growth in a plant? I really don't know, but it drew me to it and I had to add it to my collection. At first I was thinking about adding it into my existing planter that I have, but I'm not quite sure what I really want to do with this. But I had to get it because of the shape of the leaves and the color of it, as well as the fenestrations. It was really drawing me to it. Now, my other plant, which is a replica, I couldn't deny it at all, guys, and when I show it to you, you definitely will see why. And this is going to be the Monstera Peru. Leaves. I had to be crazy to leave this plant behind. And so, I mean, like, look, it's practically almost covering my hand. It's the length, almost practically the length of my hand. And this plant, you guys, actually got from Ace. Ace, like I said, is the place that I go to, and they always have those nice finds. And I've never seen a Monstera Peru in person. So when I went there, and I happened to see this, I couldn't believe the size of the daggone leaves. You know, and another reason why I also got it too is because the Monstera Peru that I have does actually behind here, I've had for quite some time. It's not a vigorous grower, at least in my care. I don't know if it's something that I'm doing, or whether or not if the Peru is just not known for growing as vigorously as the name Monstera. But that's another reason why I had to get this plant, you guys, because the leaves is just so undeniably beautiful. And if it takes a long time for it to grow, I'm okay with that, because just for the lushness of the leaves, you just could not deny it. And not to mention that this was 15 bucks, if I'm not mistaken, $15.99 or something like that. I had to get it. So my next plants that I'm about to show you guys, trying to save face with these two plants a little bit and just see how it goes. Keep my fingers crossed. I don't think I'm gonna do anything as far as changing it. Is alocasias. Now y'all know I had recently had the alocasia silver dragon that I wanted to do my little experimentation on, and it failed, and I killed the darn thing, and yada yada yada, till I said, okay, let me just regress, regroup, think about what I did wrong. And I know exactly what I did wrong. I should have left the plant alone. But me and I can't wait attitude, got to experiment and try things out. Kind of didn't work on my favorite at time with this plant, but it's okay, because you live and you learn, right? That's what it's about. So with that being said, I do have the alocasia, just the dragon scale, I guess the dark form, not sure. I just had to get, look at that, really give me, I really do get reptile vibes from it. I love how it plays with almost the shade on the plant, where you got pieces of dark green with that shading of the silver, and then the back of it, you guys, is just as stunning, equally as stunning in my personal opinion. I just love that lime mint like green with the, I guess like purplish veining in the back. I mean, it is gorgeous, and it's a pretty good size, and this was under $20, you guys, so I had to get this. And I just love the way it feels. It's you can really feel like some form of an alligator or dragon skin if you was ever close to one. But yeah. And my other alocasia to try my hand in, you guys, is the alocasia black dragon. Is this what it is? Is it black dragon? Black velvet, I'm sorry. Black velvet. And look at that. I love the way it feels. It does feel velvety and firm at the same time. And you see right here, you guys, it's actually growing another leaf. And of course, with this particular one, those backs, y'all know how I feel about the backs of plants. I don't know what it is about it. It's just like you get the beauty no matter which way you angle the plant. And I think that's what's actually drawing me to this particular type of foliage, where you get to see beautiful veinations and color differences, and as well as a beautiful hue on the back. You can't lose with a plant like that. Its beauty is being shown no matter which way you turn the plant. So I have to appreciate it specifically just for that. Now, okay, let's see. We're narrowing it down, you guys. Narrowing it down. Okay, let me see if I can get this plant right here. It's a little top heavy for it to be in this small planter. I know soon I have to repot this. There's just no way around it. But I was actually in Home Depot, and I don't even know why I went in there. I think I just went in there just to look to see if they was having any kind of deals on plant pots. And of course, as usual, when I am going in there or any big box stores, I do try to take a look in the garden center and just to see what they have. And I ran across this. I had to get it. It's called, what is this? This is an aloe swordfish. And first of all, look how it's leaning, you guys. First of all, I got this plant because the character of the plant totally spoke to me. not only this funky way that it's leaning, which it could continue to do that, but if you look at these edges, the ridges of the plant, it's like different colors. You got, let me see if I can show you what else. You have like a little bit of orange and like a yellow hue to it. I just love the way that it looks. It's very funky and it's very sturdy and strong. It feels like aloe vera, of course, in the middle, but the edge of it kind of gives me like a cacti feel to it. So it gives me that desert vibe that I really am starting to admire as I go along with my plant collection. And I know that this will look excellent in a terracotta pot, which is probably what I'm going to place it in. And I'm assuming because of the variegations of the color on the edge like this, it probably requires a lot of light. And I think I can give it, and I just got to be really careful when I water this plant. I know better not to water it, but I love it. And this was only, I think this was like $8. I paid $8 for this. Beautiful plant. I just can't wait to pot it up and have it going. Now my next plant, you guys, I'm going to show you is a plant that I've also been wanting for a while. Okay, it was kind of hard for me to grab back here on the side. But it is my Banto Sensation. Guys, I've been wanting one of these for so long. And I'm glad I held out because I actually came across seeing specimens of this plant online, but they were smaller. They was like in 4-inch pots. They were shorter. And I was like, no, I think I'll just wait. And I'm glad I did because I came across this beautiful 6-inch pot specimen. And it has some height to it. And I just really love it because of that creamy white with the hint of a silver greenish tone. And of course, snake plants, I just love the way it just grows all wild. And if you look at it like this, kind of remind me of grass, high grass blowing in the wind. I just love it. And it actually has 1, 2, 3 plants in this pot. So if I wanted to, I could actually do separation propagation, but I'm not going to do that. I just love the full look, and I hope that it grows tall and spiky, and I'm glad I love it. And also too, I have it actually, I have brought this too. I just think it's cute. It's a little plant leg, stands just on the floor, but look, it just fits beautifully in this pot, I think. It's so crazy. Like I say, you guys, I don't never plan any of this when I do my pots and plants. I'll see some planters that I like and be like, you know what, I can see me being able to use it, whether it's right now in the present or later in the future. And then magically always I tend to find a plant without even thinking it. I bring it home and I say, you know what, I think I got a pot that will, you know, go good with it. And this happened to be one of the cases that I think it looks good in here. And I had just put it in here just so it could hold while I had kept it in quarantine when I first got it, but I like it so much I said, you know what, it's going to stay in here. But y'all let me know what y'all think. This one, you guys, is a philodendron. Something that I've been keeping an eye on because I don't know, I love jagged edges and funky shapes or anything that looks different. I'm drawn to it, you know. But anyway, let me just show you. This is a small pot. It's a 2-inch pot, you guys. And you guys, I brought this right here. I go thrifting sometimes, and just a sidebar, I go thrifting sometimes, and I just take a look in my local thrift store that's not too far from me. And every so often, not too often, but I say maybe once every 3 months or so, I may just go in there and see what kind of things they have. And I happened to go, I think probably like last week or so, I can't remember. And I saw this thing, I thought it was cute. I figured I could put some kind of plant in it. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this one in there, but I said, okay, I love it. And it was only like $1 for this. Isn't that cute? And the funny thing, let me show you something. It's like star shaped, which I think is cool. It has a little like drainage hole at the bottom, like as if you was able to actually put something in there. I don't know, but anyway, I just put this plant in there. Like I said, this is a 2-inch planter, and this is a Philodendron Tahiti. Look at the leaves, you guys. And this is a 2-inch planter, but look at the leaves. If you don't you get jungle vibes from this? Because I know I do. I'm not gonna lie. I think of laying on the beach somewhere with a margarita in my hand and just watching the waves go by. It's just so beautiful. It looks so relaxing and so calm. And like I said, it has an actual new growth that's trying to grow right here. But for it to be in a 2-inch planter, I don't know if this was a top cutting or whatever, but I was remarkably surprised with the size of the leaves. It's a very beautiful plant. Oh, that's why I love philodendron so much. But isn't it gorgeous? I don't know. I kind of like the way it looks in this pot. It almost looks like, I kind of think of those margarita drinks. I don't know. Chilling on a beach. But let me put this one down. Okay. This other plant is also a philodendron, one that I've had an eye on, and I'm totally feel blessed that I have it in my collection. And that is the Philodendron Paso Verde. And this is it's not too big of a form, but you see some of the variegation. It's not as pronounced yet, but my goal is to get it there, right? And that's the fun part about being a plant parent. So it has like a little slight hue of red around the edge of the leaves, but it does have like that speckling, I don't know, speckle of it, and it's very beautiful. I'm so glad that I have it in my collection. Let's see. This is another philodendron. Yeah, I'll share this philodendron that I have to up pot as well because the roots is just crazy. I have a regular Burlmark in my home where I've had it for, it's been a little over a year, and the easiness care of it is grown very vigorously under my care. And I wanted to actually get the variegated version of it. But of course, as you know, plant prices tend to fluctuate from time to time. And I'm just not willing to pay a certain amount of price for a plant no matter how bad that I want it. But this one happened to be within my price range. I think it was $40 and I just couldn't pass it up. And this is just the variegated Burlmarks. And I've always been a fan of the Burlmarks, just the regular green variety, as you can see. Just because of the shape of the leaves, I like that wild feel, the way that it grows, so funky. So I really will appreciate the beautiful variegation in here. I hope that I'll be able to maintain the variegation in here. I know that sometimes with our variegated plants, they may be variegated for a little bit and then go back and forth, and sometimes we can, depending on the variety, can struggle with maintaining it. But I really love the way that it looks. I think it's very beautiful, and it definitely needs an up pot, you guys, because the roots is crazy. Let's see if I can. I haven't watered it on purpose because I do plan on potting it up. I can't even really. And the fact that I'm struggling to get it out of the, I was going to try to show you guys the roots, but the fact that I'm struggling to get it out is already telling me that it's root bound. I can actually look on the top and you can see that the root is wrapped around on the top. Not to mention this, you guys, is one of the roots that's grown. So I know for a fact, if anything, this plant is definitely healthy. And I believe that it will thrive under my conditions, so I can't wait to actually up pot this a little bit. we're almost at the end, you guys, and I've been talking so long, I'm getting a little tired. I apologize. Well, not tired. My mouth is getting dry. So, diet soda. Okay. So we're at the home stretch. Okay, this next plant is a Monstera Stanleyana Variegated. I love it. The size of this leaves is beautiful. And you guys, if you're knowledgeable about certain plants, you know that the Stanleyana, the price can be expensive. I do remember at one point they were really expensive. And I got this from Steve's Leaves. Steve's Leaves. You know, another thing too, which is another place that I order my plants. I must say about Steve's, their quality of plants is really superb. And I've been ordering from them, I say at least about almost going on 2 years now. And I've never had, to be honest, I've never gotten a plant where it was in bad condition. I've never gotten a plant that didn't thrive, basically. I mean, I think personally I would have to completely neglect a plant and it just... I know that if I get a plant from Steve's Leaves and it dies on me, it has to be something that I'm doing. I've just never had, I gotta say, I've never had a bad experience with them. Now, of course, I think they do have some auctions and things like that. A little bit too pricey for me. I don't mess with the auctions, but every once in a while I do cruise the website to see if I can find a deal. And I've been having my eye on this plant, and they had it at a high price, and I said I'm just going to wait until it finally get down to a price that I can afford. And I think this was like $34.99 or $35. I can't even really remember, but when I saw it, I was like, okay, Pam, get this plant while it lasts, where the price lasts. But look at it. It is beautiful. Beautiful specimen. Came in excellent condition. Nothing wrong with it at all. Look at that. Look at that. I love it. I can't wait to actually, this thing, yeah, probably could stand to be potted up. I don't know if this is a 4-inch pot. I think it's sold to me as a 4-inch planter, but, you know, I don't know. We'll see. As far as what I'm going to do is in regards to potting this up. Now, you guys, my final plant I'm about to show you guys is a plant that's completely special to me. Probably even more so than everything that you guys just seen, because this plant was given to me by a friend as a surprise, and I was pleasantly surprised when I got this plant. And I already have a specimen of this plant, but I just couldn't believe this person brought it for me. And this is another pink princess. Look at that. And I kept looking at it for quite some time because the variegation on it is like almost like remind me almost of a white princess. It has some slight hue of the pink. I'm not quite sure. But it was sold to her as a pink princess. She knew that I love plants so much, and she gifted this to me as a surprise. Just out of the blue, you know. And this plant, you guys, probably means more to me than the entire collection I just showed you, because, to be honest with you guys, it's very rare, and maybe I might be sharing too much, I don't know, but I'm being honest with you guys. It's very rare that someone outside of my husband and my kids really take the time out and just think about me and say, hey, I think this person might appreciate it. And just think about me and say, hey, it's not because it's your birthday, it's not because of some special thing, it's just that, hey, you're my friend, and I'm just letting you know that I'm there and I care. So that means more to me than my entire plant collection. So I'm going to give a shout out to my friend. So Nina and Mark, you guys, you did an outstanding job, and I appreciate the fact that y'all thought enough of me to say, hey, we came across this rare beauty, let's get it for her. And I am very appreciative, and I thank both of y'all from the bottom of my heart. So, yeah, that was a little emotional for me, you guys, and it was a good emotion, so it's all right. And that was the end of my big plant haul. Please comment below, you guys. I love talking to you guys. Let's have a conversation going. Which plants do you have? If you have any care tips, you know, if you say, hey, I think this plant might thrive if you do this or do that, please, I welcome the tips. The tips help me. The tips I give y'all, I hope they help you. You know, this is a plant community. We want to grow it, and we just want to have an open, honest conversation about what we love the most in our lives, or at least one of the things that we love the most in our lives, which happens to be our plants. So thanks so much for hanging in there with me. I know this probably is a lengthy video, but I appreciate you guys. And as always, keep in mind, if you love foliage as much as I do and you love listening to planty things, definitely subscribe to this channel. Give me a big thumbs up, or you can give me a thumbs down. It's your opinion. You're entitled to it. And I appreciate anything, any form of support that you guys can give me. And enjoy your day wherever you are in the world. And until next time, guys, much love.